Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Josh Allen, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Josh Allen and the Bills, have yourself a day right out the gate here, 3rd and 15. Great pocket presence, able to kind of dip and rip, stay vertical in the pocket, keep his base, and drive this curl. Split two defenders, obviously got an absolute cannon. But besides for the down and distance conversion here, I just love the fact the pocket presence here. He's able to kind of dip that right shoulder, get up into the pocket, reestablish his base, stay calm, keep his eyes down the field, and drive that ball on 3rd and 15. And that's just backbreaking to a defense. This is just a curl. Whether this is quarters or quarter, half, doesn't really matter. It's zone. The underneath flat hook curl defenders get manipulated. Too much space, too much time, obviously with the pass rush. But just a great job playing quarterback here from the pocket. Watch this little dip and rip up. So he's able to bring that ball, 2 hands on the ball, up, stay vertical, and then he's able to reassess that thing right here. He gets back into his base. And he's not even lined up to throw this curl to the right. He's just that strong, be able to flick that thing a little 3/4. Love it. Just whoomp. Right on him. I mean, that thing catches him. My goodness. Love it. Just a massive conversion. First of a number of touchdown passes right here. This looks like they're trying to get a little play action throwback to the tailback. It's not there, and this is really just Josh Allen making a play. Outside the pocket, off platform, out of structure, finding this kind of switch release post, and he's got enough arm strength to make it happen. So this little ghost or whatever motion behind him, no to the tailback right there. So he's trying to get it back to the tailback. It's not there. At this point, it's all Josh Allen. Go create. See that back line? Look when he goes to make this throw. He's making this decision, right? He's throwing it right there. He hasn't separated that wide receiver in the end zone. He's throwing him open. Just a really great job being able to create out of structure. This is what, when we talk about like the new age of quarterbacking, this is what these young guys can do so well. It feels like every week. Play design here. I love this double post switch release down here at the bottom. Now, I'm a big fan of switch releases. Just really hard for any DB to cover a wide receiver that long on a post that far across the field. I don't care what coverage it is. That's why these quarterbacks that can extend plays like Josh Allen just put significant stress on a defense. And not only are you extending the play, but you're driving the ball down the field. 30-plus yard strike touchdown. Hard to defend that. Almost impossible. But it really wasn't perfect. Now, it was almost perfect. But left some yardage out there on the field right here. They get a little confused at corner up top here. Whether it's the corner or the safety, one of the DBs gets confused. I'm going to say that this ball gets tipped right before he's trying to throw it to Diggs here. But this is one of those ones where you just feel, just a pit in your stomach. And if I was being super nitpicky, okay, and I don't love being super nitpicky, but I will right here because he's playing so damn well. Occasionally, for me, Josh Allen will get himself into trouble. So to me, if he just hangs in the pocket right here, right on the hash, he's good. Now, you're playing against Chase Young. You're probably thinking, I got to climb up in the pocket, do those types of things. You don't want to take away the freedom of him seeing that grass and that lane to the right. But if you can just find a way to not drift quite as much in the pocket, and again, it's very nitpicky, y'all. I acknowledge it before we even get going. Let's talk about coverage-wise exactly what's going on here. So for me, unless you're in the DB room, you don't really know what's going on here. But one of these two guys is not correct. So at the snap, it looks like the safety gives a signal. He is now looks like he's hunting up the number 3 when we get any sort of inside release here. So now he's inside release. He thinks the corner is on him, but the corner is now watching the number 2 with an inside release. So, without knowing what their call is on the back end, we get an inside release. Sometimes that will clue this corner to now he can look at the number 2. And if the number 2 comes to him, he can pass that thing off if this guy's playing kind of a half field or coning it or whatever their terminology is for it. But one of these guys, not correct. So when this happens, you sure want to take advantage of it. And it's great that he sees it. Just can't quite do it. So you can see the corner. He sees that guy come to the flat. He pulls off. Now we're looking at the safety up top. You can see that little signal right there. He's hunting the number 3 right there. down here at the bottom of the screen. You can see him turn to poach that thing. And nobody's got the number 1 up top. Again, easy for me to say with the clicker, to say stay in the pocket, but man, that's close to being just an absolute magical walk-in gift. Hate leaving ones like that out there. Whew. But again, do love his vision. Obviously the arm strength. I'm going to say this thing gets tipped. I slow it down. It's still kind of hard to see. Maybe the TV broadcast you can tell for sure, but maybe his arm gets hit, not the ball. Looks like something gets hit because that's a significant miss. You don't see that miss very often. Josh Allen's got some pretty impressive ball control. Put this thing exactly where he wants. So right here, little 3x1. And he's able to kind of create. It's not there, not there. Vision, little easy flick. Love those kind of touchdown passes. Yes, please. I'm going to guess this route by the running back is a called, kind of what most people in the West Coast world will call like a fake Texas. Now, he might just be running a check down and trips and falls and make something happen. Even better. But quarterback-wise here, besides for the flex, it's the ability to not lose your mind. It's not there. Don't panic. Keep your eyes down the field. Create. You could make the argument maybe that ball needs to go to Beasley. You know, not knowing. I thought originally this was probably why stick with that little arrow reverse back out with the number 2 with Beasley. And that's probably where the ball could go, right there. But all right, let's get out. You see that all that big lane? And just nice, easy flick. I just love the fact that the kind of catalog of throws he's got. He obviously has got a cannon, but some touch throws, some nice, easy flick. That's not an easy throw when you've got that kind of driver. Love the flex too. So vision to the left, not there, not there, not panic. And again, just super nitpicky. All right, the ball's on the hash. Just a little tendency to drift into problems. And it's fine here, and he's certainly a good enough athlete to be able to make people miss like this. But occasionally I feel like he could potentially get himself into trouble with that. Boom. Another one here. Really nice throw. Third. Longish. Again, 3x1 bunch. Take advantage of this thing being able to just rip this back shoulder. Touchdown. I mean, tight end on linebacker crime. Great job by Josh Allen. This is an absolute seed. This is a perfect throw. That's a pretty impressive catch, too, by a tight end, by anybody. But you can see they get to bunch here. Third medium to long. It looks like split field safety. As soon as you rotate, you know you got one-on-one. And really, you know you probably got one-on-one just with the linebacker out there trying to cover the tight end. All he's covering is the width of his shoulders. But still, it's a beautiful catch. It's probably a better catch than throw, but it's still a great throw. You know, the only thing being super nitpicky is to make it easier on yourself, you really don't need to look off right there. Now, he might be hot, thinking he's hot to the left, but that's a beautiful throw. Really impressive ball control, being able to put that up really everywhere he wants this game, watching this thing, spin it all over the place. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. If you're looking for even more quarterback school content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community, and then the premium best of the best. Check out the courses. The link is in the description. Let's keep this one going. Another great throw up here. This is to the slot, the number 2 up top on just an inside fade. Really fortunate that that's where he goes because there's nothing else there. This is, again, one of those perfectly weighted balls. Not too much touch, not too much drive. Drop it right in, and he's kind of falling away to the left. Again, this to me just shows he's got a really sweet kind of connection with his ability to have his base locked in, not necessarily have to be perfectly static and lined up to throw these things. He's kind of fallen away, but he's got enough torque and touch to be able to drop this thing in the bucket. It's not an easy throw. He's like bouncing to his left, and he gets hit. It's more impressive from the back end here, but 3, look at the base while he moves kind of to the left. It stays perfectly in sequence, smooth, just really nice. If it's not there to the number 2, where the hell would you go with the ball? Look down here at the bottom. That's not good. Maybe like the wheel curl up top to Beasley, but that takes forever. Just a beautifully weighted ball. Obviously, accuracy's really nice, but there's a safety in the middle of the field. He's got to get that thing up and down and drive it that far down the field with someone right in your face, falling away to your left. Little play fake. You can see just that little bounce to the left keeps his rhythm, and he gets hit. Boom. I just love how smooth it is, how it feels like his base is connected to his stroke as far as his timing. This is just a high-low down here to the bottom of the screen on the corner. That corner comes up, tries to play both, tries to take away that flat, and we throw a little 7 or circus right behind him. Flat corner. Again, check the base out. So no heel clicky at all. The only thing, and again, you should already know what I'm going to say, to me, he's got a tendency a bit to drift. So it works out here. As we move further and further along, I'm not going to be the only person that notices that. Now, I will say that this is an absolute howitzer. That thing catches him. It like drives him. It reminds me of like the old school guy getting hit with a cannonball in his gut. Boom. I mean, holy moly. Just high-low in the corner. Flat corner. Really, detail here for me that I really like with this route down here at the bottom of the screen is he's able to push this thing. So it's not like sometimes you'll see guys run corners up like this and shorty their stem. What I like that he does here is he really pushes this thing almost borderline to the back line to come across, because then that creates that separation where it makes this guy, it's tough to play both. Like he tries to feather and play both, and it's just too much space up here for the corner. So just pay attention to his stem here as he's able to push this corner depth all the way to the back line, to the top of the beat. You know, he's putting a move on air there. Probably don't need to do that, but see how deep it is? It really stresses a defense when you're trying to high-low somebody like that, when you get that on the corner as opposed to cutting it off early. But my goodness, what a throw. Again, just really obviously a big fan of his, but his ability to kind of keep it in rhythm, even though you can tell he kind of goes to pull that flat, like, no, just boom. And then that's just ridiculous arm talent. And then the final one here is his just ability to, again, create. And I think all these guys who can run a little bit down here at the red zone creates such a significant advantage for that offense when you can get out and create, whether it's the quarterback run game, whether it's plays like this out of structure, just not there. It's so hard to defend a guy who can also move and be a threat. Not technically in the quarterback run game right here, but certainly could. Again, I'm not sure where you're supposed to go with the ball here. This looks like bunch stick up top. Nothing. Down here to the bottom. I don't know. Flat in like a weird corner. Great job. Just, again, his skill set, his capacity to get outside the pocket and create, and have the arm to be able to drive the ball all over the place. Again, just little things with the detail with the drifting. Up. Just getting himself into a little bit of trouble now. Right here, it doesn't matter. When the right tackle takes an L on the inside gap, you're going to have to get out and make a play. But just a really nice job by Josh Allen all day. So that is a wrap. Josh Allen, really fun to watch. I'm a big fan of his. Love his fundamentals. Love his lower half. Love his arm strength. Obviously, being able to create out of pocket, out of structure, all those types of things puts a significant amount of stress on the defense. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to see next. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.